What's up, guys? My name is Ulterior Games, and today I'm bringing you my top 5 new playable characters I want to see in Injustice 2. Now, by new, I mean like we didn't get them in the first Injustice game. So, with all that said, I want to hear your list, your top 5 list, down below in the comments. You can just leave that comment down below, and I'll read through them, and I'll comment on every single one. At least I'll try. Most of the time I comment on everybody, so because I barely get any comments, but that doesn't matter. If I get comments, I will for sure respond to them. All right. So, also something else really quickly. I'm sorry about this, but I would really appreciate it if you smash the like button because, well, I just love people liking my videos. It just makes me feel all warm and tingly inside. Oh man, that sounded wrong. Whatever, we'll just get right into it, alright? Let's go!
Number 5.
Now, coming in at number 5, we got Virgil Hawkins, aka Static Shock. Now, if you guys don't know who he is, he looks like this. Yeah, he looks like one badass motherfucker, that's what he looks like. But if you guys don't know like what his story is, I'll tell you a little brief synopsis of his story. So his real name is Virgil Hawkins, and he basically was a teenager when he got his powers. I think he was in a gang accident where there was like chemicals involved, and from those chemicals he got his electric powers and all that cool stuff. Now that's besides the point. His story really is like awesome and on all that. Probably me telling you that isn't really helping at all, but that's besides the point. He's a cool character. I can only imagine what NetherRealm could do in this game with Static Shock. One, he's a cool character. He looks freaking cool, and he has electric powers, which I think personally is gonna match up against Shazam very well, because if you guys haven't seen my other video, the video where I said basically all the characters on the roster, I did say that Shazam would be in Injustice 2 as well as Static Shock. I don't know, I just think that both of them would be in there. Both of them would look pretty cool in there, especially with the new graphics and stuff. And yeah, 60 frames per second, electricity looks pretty badass, if you ask me. Now on to the next one.
Number 4.
Now the next character on my list is Swamp Thing. Now, I'm not going to be here pretending that I know everything about Swamp Thing, because quite honestly, I don't. But when I first saw the character online, I was blown away by his design, and I started reading, and then I have the book right here actually, and I'm gonna read like the little summary of his like little story of how he became Swamp Thing, because quite honestly I don't know it by heart. I started reading it not too long ago, and well, here it goes. This is about Swamp Thing. So it all started with Botanist Alec Holland became the avatar of the Green, known as the Swamp Thing. Following his death in a swamp as a result of a horrific accident, with the ability to control any form of plant life, Swamp Thing uses his powers to protect both the human and the plant worlds. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty dang cool. I started reading about it, and I found out he was a DC character, and I started reading it. I've only gone into like 10 pages, and I like this story and this character a lot. And seeing him in Injustice 2 with all his powers, possibly having Poison Ivy in there as well in this game, from the looks of what we have right now, Superman and Gorilla Grodd fighting. I mean, imagine Swamp Thing in there fighting against Superman. I mean, it would look so cool with the graphics that this game has. We're just lucky to have this type of graphics these days, because if you guys remember what video games looked like back then, it did not look like anything compared to what they look like today. And we are so lucky to have this. And I personally would love to see Swamp Thing in this game. I think he would look amazing in this game. He would fight amazingly, and knowing NetherRealm, they can make him work. So that's why I think, that's not what I think, that's what I want. That's why I want Swamp Thing in Injustice 2. Now, on to the next character.
Number 3!
Now, my next character on my list is Starfire. Now, I don't think I have to say much about Starfire because, well, she's Starfire. I just like Starfire. I like her from the Teen Titans show back in the early 2000s. I remember watching that, I don't know, almost every day after school. I would watch it because I just loved the Teen Titans back then, and none of that Teen Titans Go stuff, but like the Teen Titans that were back in the early 2000s, I love those. Starfire was one of my favorites, along with Beast Boy, and hopefully I didn't give nothing away.
You're stupid.
Let's get back into Starfire. Starfire is awesome. I'm pretty sure she's an alien warrior. She was once a princess. I don't remember her name because, off the top of my head, I don't remember. I'm so sorry about that. I remember she was a warrior and a princess from another planet. But the Teen Titans took her in. The Teen Titans. She was not a Justice Leaguer. She was a Teen Titan. All right. She was along with Robin, Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy. And I love that show. That's pretty much why I want Starfire in there. Besides, like, the way she looks, she's awesome. Her powers will look amazing in this game. Same with every other character that is on this list. Like, just thinking about them being in this game, with the graphics we got, oh my god, I would die to have these characters in this game. So, that's pretty much all I got for Starfire. She's an awesome character. There's nothing much more to say than that. And that's final. Alright, next character.
Number 2!
Well, if my stupid ass didn't spoil it already, I think you guys already know who is number 2, who took the number 2 spot. It was Beast Boy. Yes, it's Beast Boy. Beast Boy was my favorite character from the Justice League. Oh my god, I keep saying Justice League. From the Teen Titans. I don't know why I had Justice League in my mind. Stop. No, not Justice League. Not Justice League. Teen Titans. Okay, I got it out of my head. So he was a part of the Teen Titans, okay? And like I said before when I explained why I wanted Starfire, because I watched the Teen Titans show back in the early 2000s. I loved Beast Boy. He was my favorite character. And like I said earlier, that Starfire was my second favorite, and I accidentally spoiled it by saying that Beast Boy was my favorite. I'm an idiot. Okay, but the reasons why I like him: one, he was freaking hilarious, and having that type of character in a game, a comedic character, like the comedic relief, like in Mortal Kombat, the comedic relief came from mostly Johnny, and in Mortal Kombat X it was Johnny and Kung Jin and Cassie Cage. And this game, like most DC storylines and characters, most of them are serious, exception of most of the younger ones. But when it comes to Beast Boy, that's like his personality. That's why I like him. That's why he's the number 2 on my list. Like, I could have chosen from like thousands of characters that DC has made, but I ended up choosing Beast Boy for that one reason. And something else too, probably something really important as well, is that he's a shape shifter, meaning that he can turn into anything that he wants. Now, by anything that he wants, I mean like something that can help him in battle, like a rhino, I think an elephant, a tiger. I think he also turned into a pterodactyl once too. No, not once. I mean, I saw him do it in the Teen Titans show. I saw him do it in the comics as well. But I did hear that he died in the Justice comics. But who knows if that's even canon, right? All I'm wishing is that he's in this game because, well, he's freaking Beast Boy. Why not? All right. Well, like I said before, this is all my opinion. So, yeah, let's get into number 1.
Number 1!
Now, if you guys don't know what number 1 is, let me give you a hint.
Ta-da!
Yeah, that guy. Jason Todd, aka Red Hood, aka the second Robin, is my number 1 new character that I want to see playable in Injustice 2, because I felt bad when I did not see Red Hood in the first Injustice game. Now, I also took in consideration that maybe this was the better thing to do for in NetherRealm's eyes. He wasn't pivotal to the story. So if he's not pivotal to the story, then they don't need him. So that's why maybe they thought that they could hold on to him for the sequel. And now, since they have a chance to add him in this game, now I'm totally fine with their choice on not putting him in the first one. Now that they have a chance to put in the second one, this is my number one character that I want to see in the game. Reasons why. He's probably my top 5 characters from DC. Number 1 being Batman, because he's freaking Batman. 2, I think Superman. 3, Flash. 4, Aquaman. And 5, Red Hood. He's my favorite anti-villain from DC. Okay, you can't compare him to Deadpool, because Deadpool, well, he's just on another freaking level.
Oh, hello.
But when it comes to DC, he's my favorite anti-hero. His story is one where Jason Todd was taken in by Batman, Bruce Wayne. He was adopted by him because he was on the streets doing, like, he was up to no good. He was up to no good. Batman found him and he took him in as his own. Now, at this point, Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson, has left him and as Robin, and he became Nightwing, and he's doing his own thing in Bloodhaven, a city near Gotham. Let's just say that. For people who don't know that, Gotham City is where Batman is. Bloodhaven is where Nightwing is. So at this point in time, Batman was getting pretty lonely. He saw a chance to train this kid, and this kid was named Jason Todd. He took him in. He was Batman. He was Robin for quite a bit until, well, in the comics, the comic writers, I don't remember the writers who wrote the story, Death in the Family, is that they asked the fans if they wanted to kill off Jason Todd or not, because he was considered kind of a brat and whatever. But you guys apparently have never met Damian, but whatever. That's out of the question. I'm not bringing Damian into this one. So, and the fans ultimately chose to kill off Jason Todd. Now, in my eyes, I think it was for the best, because, well, look what he became afterwards. In a story to bring him back, Red Hood was born, and nobody knew who Red Hood was. Batman was trying to find out who the Red Hood was. Red Hood was picking a fight with Black Mask. And then ultimately, Batman found out who Red Hood was. It was Jason Todd. Oh my goodness. Mind-blowing, right? Okay. I'm probably the worst storyteller in the world, but let's just continue on to the story. Once he found out it was Jason Todd, he also found out that he came back via the Lazarus Pit. Now, the Lazarus Pit is used by Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you say it, to keep him alive, basically to extend his life. That's how Ra's al Ghul has lived this long, because he bathes in the Lazarus Pit and he just extends his life. It's like a fountain of youth, per se. And they used it to revive Jason Todd after Jason Todd was brutally killed with a crowbar by Joker. Yeah, that's why he freaking hates Joker. He comes back, picks up a fight with Black Mask as Red Hood, of course. Batman finds out who he is, and that's pretty much his story. Of course, there's other stories that branch out, like the Outlaw storyline, where it's him, Red Arrow, and I think it's Starfire as well. They are all like the Outlaws, Red Hood and the Outlaws. And yeah, that's pretty much his story. That's his basic story. Okay, that's his basic story, and I just love the character. He looks freaking badass. He goes against what Batman is. He taught him the way to not kill, and yet when he comes back, he starts killing everybody. And that kind of made a good storyline for me. I don't know. I don't know if it's the character or the storyline. I just like Red Hood. I just do. He was my favorite Robin, I guess. I mean, my favorite Robin still is Nightwing, which is not Nightwing, Dick Grayson. But I just like Jason Todd as Red Hood. Okay, I just do. It's just my opinion, of course. Everybody has their own opinion. Some people might like Damian Wayne. Some people might like Tim Drake, which I do like Tim Drake as well. I like all the Robins, okay? I like all the Robins. If I had to rank them, I go Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damien. Oh wow, I just named them off in order. Okay, that's totally cool too. So yeah, that is my top 5 list of new characters I want to see playable in Injustice 2. Now, like I said earlier in the video, if you guys would like to leave me down below your top 5 list, please, by all means, do it. It's free. It won't hurt you. I promise I'll read over them, and I'll even comment on them. The very few comments that there will be there, I will for sure comment, alright? Now, like this video, you guys liked it. Really would appreciate it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. This is Ulterior Games signing off. Over and out.